Hey, Mike with Rove Pest Control here. In today's video, just want to give you a few tips on how you can prevent lice this winter. Now, lice isn't necessarily just a problem for children or a new problem. It's actually been dated back thousands of years, well past ancient Egypt and further beyond that. And a lot of times we hear about it most often with children because they're just not simply educated on how to prevent lice. And lice, they can't jump, they can't fly, so the main way that they're gonna spread from person to person is going to be through direct contact. And the reason why it's so prevalent in children is because they just don't understand that they shouldn't be sharing things like hats and coats, jackets, hairbrushes, headbands, pillows, different things like that. So the first thing that you want to do is educate your children on not sharing items like that and the dangers that can come with that through lice. And again, a lot of times this happens within schools or summer camps, things like that, just because children are in such close quarters in those scenarios. So again, I just remember back when I was a kid in school, we used to put all our winter jackets and winter gear, kind of little cubby holders in the school, and we didn't have assigned things, so those could get switched around at all times. So just thinking back, that would be a great scenario of how lice could easily be transferred from student to student. So if your children aren't educated, they might not know that they shouldn't be sharing things like hats and jackets in those scenarios. Another thing that you really want to focus on is just looking for lice, doing regular inspections, especially during the winter, and if you have kids that are going to schools, going to sporting events, practices, things like that, where their clothing could interchange between other kids that may have lice. So being observant, looking for lice, knowing what to look for, and then again, if one of your children or you happen to have lice or come in contact with someone with lice, what you want to do is once you return home, make sure that you run your sheets or any clothing that may have gotten in contact with these lice or someone that has it, put it through the wash with hot water, put it in the dryer on high for at least 30 minutes to make sure that you kill off any lice that may have gotten onto your clothing, hats, various things like that. But again, not something that you really need to live in fear of by any means, but a lot of times just knowing how to prevent lice and knowing where it comes from and how it's transferred, you're going to get a lot higher chances of not getting it, and it might not really be anything that you may even need to worry about your entire life. But knowing what causes it, where it comes from, really help you out in the long run. So again, hopefully you guys got some benefit out of this video on a few tips on how to prevent lice. And if you did, feel free to comment and share. And if you are looking for a pest control service, maybe you have a pest issue in your home, be sure to reach out to rovepestcontrol.com. And if it's your first time service with us, head on over to rovepestcontrol.com/50 off and enter your information for $50 off your first service with us. So if you've never done business with us before, you have a pest issue you'd like us to help out with, again, head on over to rovepestcontrol.com/50 off and enter your information for that coupon. But thanks again for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.